After you get to Florida, what are you going to do, Mr. Gray?
I have saved up my vacation days for well over a year, and I also had a huge garage sale to collect extra funding, all that extra work to make this trip possible.
There must be something in Florida that is very important to you.
Oh yes, man. You see, I am a professional amateur poet.
Did you say poet? Interesting.
I love poetry. I draw. My biggest inspiration from flowers.
Did you say flowers? Like tulips and roses?
Oh yes, man. Flowers are magical. You see, flowers have a secret power over me. When I focus my attention on flowers, they speak words to me.
Flowers? Marigolds? And mums? They talk to you?
Oh yes, man. The words come into my head like an explosion of wildflowers covering a meadow in the forest. It's just like fireworks going off on the 4th of July.
I guess artistic people have a special form of intuition. Is that what you would call it?
Oh yes, man. It is a gift that I cherish very much.
So, you are headed to Tampa Bay, and then what will you do?
Big plans. Man. My final destiny is the Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay.
Mr. Gray, you crack me up.
What the?
Please don't be offended, Mr. Gray. I really do wish that you have the best trip possible, and that the flowers speak to you with poetic words of wisdom.
Thank you. Man, that's the plan. Yes, man. All nicely packaged up in a nutshell. I am so happy. I am finally here. I made it. Over 5 years in the planning. I am so excited. Oh my god. I may need to find the restroom first. I feel better now. That is most definitely how I spell relief. Let's see now. Where to?
Welcome to Tampa Bay, Mr. Gray.
Thank you, man. I find flying so peaceful. Don't you?
Well, to be honest with you, Mr. Gray, I think flying is for the birds.
That's a nice thought there, man. Birds and flying kind all go together.
If you say so, sir.
I think I am going to write a poem about it. You see, man, I have a passion for poetry.
Okay. If you say so.
Matter of fact, I do say so.
Oh yeah, Mr. Gray, I almost forgot. I have to warn you about something.
What is it, man?
Tampa Bay has some very poor people hanging around this area. Don't be taken in by their song and dance routines.
That's so sad.
It's best if you just ignore them.
I don't know if I can do that, man.
Actually, they are everywhere.
Who? Who do you mean?
Them. The homeless ones. They are the worst of all.
But they are still human beings, right?
You must be one of them artist type, who see everything through rose-colored glasses.
I am a poet, looking for a feast of flowers. Your state does have flowers, correct, man?
Well, yes. Of course, we have flowers everywhere, Mr. Gray.
Thank you, man. I can't wait to smell the flowers. Well, I didn't get very far from the Tampa airport before I ran into Cassandra, a homeless mother with 2 little kids and a realistic outlook that offered her absolutely zero for job opportunities. I really didn't have a choice in the matter. I am not a hero, just a poet who is a fellow human being who lives on the same planet, Earth. Hey Cassandra, over here. I'm so happy you came. You're probably terribly hungry.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Gray.
Cassandra, there is no need to thank me for anything.
But I have to thank you for everything.
That's enough with all of that sentimental stuff.
Well, I...
And the kids are already in the shelter for the night, right?
The kids are in their own bunk beds, and full of chicken noodle soup and sandwiches. They looked so cozy sleeping in a safe and clean place.
That's great.
The nun said she would watch them for an hour or two. Sister Anna said I needed a break.
She was right. You needed to get away for a while.
I'm just so happy. I am giggling like a little girl.
It's okay, Cassandra.
I know. But for the first time in months, I am so happy that I could cry.
Stop worrying. Everything will be taken care of for the next month or maybe even 2.
I don't have the words to thank you.
Don't worry about it, Cassandra. Making your family smile, even for just 5 minutes, is enough. Thanks for me.
You really are too kind, Mr. Gray.
Hopefully this will give you time to get your family back on its feet. Enough with all of this gooey stuff. It is time that you got a good meal under your belt.
I couldn't impose on you anymore.
That's enough with all that, Cassandra. It is time to order a meal. Anything on the menu that you wish.
But, I still can't believe this is happening to me. Someone still might rush and then wake me up from the dream.
That's not going to happen.
So Gray, I can't believe you went all down to Tampa Bay and you didn't see at least one flower?
That's right, Mrs. Holmgren. Some things were just meant to be.
But your plans, Gray. Not a thing went as you planned. No great flower festival? No roses on parade? Nothing?
Nope. I saw pictures and a video of the parade though. It looked absolutely marvelous. Maybe I could write a poem. Let me see. It could start with a Spanish mission.
Mr. Gray. Really? Come back to Earth? You mean to tell me that you spent every last dime you had saved on that homeless family? Right?
Yes, indeed.
And you didn't see or smell one flower the whole time?
This year, I have seen something better than flowers. And that's the truth.